Hey everyone, my name is Rain. I'm a writer, and today we're going to talk about one of the most important topics in freelance writing, and that is how to manage your income. So, when you're freelance writing, your work is unpredictable. It depends if you have clients for the week, for the month, for the year. As a freelance writer, I know how it is to struggle keeping up with income. When you freelance, your income will depend on whether or not you have clients to work with. And based on my experience, clients come and go. At one point, I will have 10 clients, and then the next month, three of them will just fall off and stop bringing in work for me. There will be times when those that I've lost will come back or will be replaced by newer clients, and there will be times when I would have an empty plate, like no clients are coming. And the clients that I have at the moment may not have any work for me. So, what happens when your income is not stable? A lot of things can be compromised. Like you may not be able to pay your bills on time, you may be living under your expected income, and basically having financial hardships if you are not careful with managing your money. And it has happened to me several times. First, when I was starting, and then it also happened when I had so much income for 2 years that I thought it was the norm. And it turned out to be not true because one by one, all my clients just stopped giving me work because they had to either watch their budget, or the work has been done already, or they're moving on to AI and all those other reasons. So, as freelance writers or as freelancers, what do? We have to be prepared. And I have talked about this with my fellow writers, and even on my blogs, I would talk about how to manage unpredictable income as a freelance writer. Or if you are not a freelance writer, you're a freelancer in different fields, I think this will also apply to you. If you do not have a stable 9 to 5 and freelance work is your only source of income, then I think you need to manage your money very, very carefully. Okay, so one of the things that you need to do is to know how much money is coming in. That's very, very important. Where are your sources coming from? Like your income. Where is your income coming from? You have to know that because you need to know how much is coming in every month. It may not be the same resources for each time or each measured time, or let's just say each month. So you need to know how to balance that inconsistency. The other thing that you need to know is how much money is going out. That's basic. You need to know how much money you've earned versus how much money you have to use to pay for bills, to pay for schooling, for your everyday living, food, transportation, and credit cards, and other things that you need to be financially responsible for. So you have to see the balance, and you have to be able to live with the difference. So, I have developed a simple math on how to manage your money. Like I said, you have to measure, or you have to list down your incoming, and you have to list down your outgoing. And then once you've already determined how much money came in or would come in, and how much money came out or would come out, then you will be able to see the balance. You will be able to see the remaining money, which can be either your allowance or your savings. So, for example, you have 20,000 coming in for August, but you have 12,000 going out in August. You've already listed down, you've already listed what you're going to pay, like your rent, your car payment, your everything listed already. So now you have 20,000 minus 12,000, you have $8,000 left. I'm going to use dollars because I'm here in the US, so it's easier for me to visualize what I'm talking about. So in your bank, you had 20,000, 12,000 came out. Now you're left with 8,000. So you have the option to put your 8,000 remaining money towards your allowance or your savings. Allowance is the money that you allow yourself to spend freely without the guilt or without the concern that they need to be paid for something and you should not be spending them. So we are already taking that out of the equation. You have already paid everything and now you have 8,000 to spend however you want, right? Or you can put some from the 8,000 towards your savings. So let's just say you wanted to buy a dress or sunglasses, and your dress and sunglasses and whatever else you want to buy, or you want to go somewhere and you have to spend $3,000. So please, life is short. Spend the $3,000 however you want. You worked hard for it and you need to pamper yourself. You need to reward yourself from your hard work. So you spend the $3,000 just like that because you want to be satisfied for whatever reason. So now you have $5,000 left. You can put that into your savings. That's how you build your money based on your income and everything else that in the payables. So now you have $5,000 of savings. So next month, if your income is just going to be $10,000, remember, next month is September. If September, your earnings will only be $10,000 because 3 of your clients just fell off the face of the earth. In September, you only have $10,000 coming in as your income. But remember, in August, you had $12,000 outgoing. So you are now $2,000 under. You're in the negative. So what do? You borrow $2,000 from your $5,000 savings from August. So you're still covered because you chose to save money in August. So now your savings for September will only be $3,000. But however, you have peace of mind that everything else have been paid for. So that's how I manage my money. I have to be in control, because if I am not in control, and it has happened a lot of times already, I would buy random things like makeup. I want to buy shoes and clothes. Next thing you know, I am under or in the negative for what? $3,000. And I have to dip into my savings. And then all of a sudden my savings are gone. And that is not good. If we want to sustain our lifestyle as a freelance writer, where we don't have to be in the 9 to 5, I wouldn't say prison because it's not prison, that's work, it's a blessing, but you're not constrained to a 9 to 5. That's the lifestyle of a freelance writer and other freelancers, I think. So if you want to sustain the lifestyle and the work arrangement is you work anywhere or you work from home or wherever you can work, then we need to be built for longevity. We need to be able to sustain being a freelancer for a long time, and we need to save money. So having said that, I have built a very, very simple Excel spreadsheet. I'm sure a lot of people know how to use Excel over apps, because I still get confused with apps. Don't get me wrong, I love apps, but to me, I am able to control and manage my finances through a simple Excel spreadsheet. That's just me. And there are a lot of other apps out there, but that is my method, and I'm going to share it with you. I have put the link in the description, and feel free to go there and check it out. If it is something that you think will work for you, then you can access the spreadsheet through the link. And that's it. As a final word, there's this saying that my mom has been telling us before, that you need to control the flow of the water so that it doesn't drip and cause an unintentional flood or something. So my thing is, I want you to take charge of your income as early as now, so you can start building already before it's too late. Or you can start now before you start later, is what I'm trying to say. And starting early is always a good thing. Being prepared is always a good thing. Being careful and mindful, they're always good things. And they will be beneficial to you, to your family, to your loved ones, and everyone that you work hard for as a freelancer. My mission as a freelance writer at this stage of my profession is to be able to help aspiring freelancers, especially the new aspiring writers, because when I started, I did not have a lot of resources. There were not a lot of people who would talk about freelance writing that I had access to at the time. So I want to do this for those people who are having a hard time going through or navigating the path towards a successful freelance writer's life. I'm going to post a lot of videos about my experience in the industry, in the field, with my clients, with my peers, and I'm going to share them with you. If you have Medium, I'm also on Medium. You can read my blogs. And I've also put my website on the link because I also put my blogs from Medium on my personal website. And you can read them at your leisure. And hopefully you would learn a thing or two that would help you become a better freelance writer. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye. Take care.